Hello, friends. Dr. Nels here, coming to you this week on Replacing Yourself. Hello, friends. Dr. Nels here, coming to you this week with information on life, leadership, and business, helping grow your values and principles so that you can be the best version of you. And this week, we want to come to you with information on replacing yourself, but in a two-part series in finding your replacement and then coaching your replacement. And so for this week, we're going to focus on finding your replacement before we can coach our replacement. Thanks to Cale and his idea, because I was just going to speak on coaching your replacement. He said, don't you think you need to find your replacement? Valid point. He is correct. And for me in this scenario, I have found my replacement. So it wasn't in my brain, but he is spot on. What are you doing in your organization, and have you found your replacement? And this gets a little weird, wacky, uncomfortable. And even as I've seen in some organizations, I preach building your bench all the time, but there is a point in time where, you've kind of got your system, what you found your replacement. Sometimes we maybe even push too hard on that, where people feel like they're getting pushed out maybe sooner than they want. But back to finding your replacement is when you're looking at finding your replacement, there are several things to keep in mind. But my number one thing that I would tell you to be thinking about when you're looking for your replacement is what are the values of the organization? What are those bedrock principles and values that you believe in 100%, 1,000%? You need to get really clear on those, because you need to find somebody that believes what you believe. You need someone that has drank the same juice that you drank. Now, some people think about they need to find someone a little different. Whatever. If you're leading a team or leading an organization that's successful and very good at what it does, we're not looking to change the organization. The organization is founded in principle and values and morals and nobility. That's there. The foundation is there, and you need to find someone that believes what you believe, that believes in what you and the team has built together, that believes in the value system that you've held and instilled in that team, organization. They must believe in those things, because if they don't believe in those bedrock foundational principles, it's gonna change and go like this. Now, if your organization doesn't have those and isn't maybe as successful as it could be, maybe it does need to go in this way. But for me, and AMC as an example, I need my replacement to believe in those things. They need to buy in to the way we lead, the way we behave, the way we act, the way we walk, the way we talk. Because if they don't, they'll take it in another direction. And we're very founded in our bedrock foundational value principles. Now, are we perfect? No. Is Nels perfect? No. Are there some things we need to work on? Yes. Are there some values that we need to work on? Yes. But our vision is very clear on our values and how we do things, and that we're humble learners, that we know when to yield to each other, that we know how to give respect and dignity at all times to each other. If you don't have someone that believes what you believe, then the organization will change. Now, maybe that's your goal, but that's not my goal when it's very well founded. So A, they have to believe in what you believe, and B, they need to hold the same values that you hold, the same moral, ethical, noble values that you hold near and dear to your heart. Yes, Cal.
So, does that mean that you immediately start looking within your organization for your replacement, or do you look outside your organization for someone to come in?
You can do either. When it comes to key critical people at the top, given over 2 decades of experience, I prefer to grow within, because we have people that sit in this room all the time for our growing and learning sessions, and they know what AMC stands for. And over time, they know what we stand for, they know how we operate, they know what we believe. And if they don't believe those things over time, they're going to probably remove themselves from this room. Is it possible to bring in someone external? Absolutely. It's going to take a very rigorous interview process to find a person that fits. And we're not talking sorority, fraternity fit. We're talking about fits the value system and believes in what the organization believes in. It's well-founded and very principled and submitted to what the organization is. And so many times I've seen others brought in and they start to do this. And maybe some of that's okay. Everybody's different. It's not for me to judge. I just know what we do, what I believe in, and what we think is best. We prefer to grow leadership within. If you, for example, if we were to hire you here, you're not automatically going to be on the leadership team. You're going to have to show us that you truly believe in what we believe in. Now, are there people in our organization that maybe don't quite believe 100% everything that Ty, me, Jill, our leadership team believes in? Yeah, probably. That's okay. We're not expecting it to be, perfect alignment. That's not always going to happen. But when we're talking about replacing ourselves, finding our replacement, that has to be the foremost and top priority. So I hope that makes sense. You may disagree with it. That's okay. Feel free to send us any input you'd like, any questions you have. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe here, and we'll see you next week.